You don't have to suck at golf, even if you don't swing it like a pro. Today you'll hear me talk through every shot of a sub-80 score in a round where I started terribly and hit plenty of bad shots, starting with the very first one.
That was terrible, but we are on the golf course.
But as you can see, a good score starts with having the right attitude.
Bad shots are going to happen. It's really a matter of not right now sitting here lamenting that I hit a bad drive. It's just about we have a new shot, it's a new opportunity. So I'm holding a 190 club here because I see there's a bunker short left. That's really the only place I don't want to miss. So 190 club, smooth swing, aiming actually at just the middle of the green, which is always a good idea from this kind of range. All right, just long over the back, better than short in the trap. We want to miss in the right places. I'm much happier being here than I would be short in the trap. So it's not a matter of like what club can I muscle the 183 yards. It's a matter of which club leaves me with the best dispersion pattern so that I'm not in a bad spot on the next one. So I'm 15 yards long. I'm just bumping this with a little 52 degree, picking a spot that I want to see it land and visualizing how it rolls out to the hole. Okay. It's easier to read the break looking uphill. It's also easy to read it sitting right here behind the hole, seeing which way the ball is moving at the hole. It's losing speed at the end of the putt. That's when it's most susceptible to break. So I'm aiming left edge here. There we go. So another concept I'm a big fan of is the think box, the feel box, the play box. I'm looking at this hole. Right now I'm in the visualization process. I'm trying to pick out what do I want to see my ball flight doing? Where do I want to see my shot here? So I'm seeing up the right side of this fairway, ideally with a draw. If it doesn't draw, that's okay, because if it goes dead straight to the right of the fairway, I have a good angle in. So now I'm done my thinking. I'm guilty of not always being in the feel box, but that's our practice swing, our connecting the feel to our imagination. But the important part is that once I'm over the ball, there's no questioning what your plan is. You just want to let, in my case, an unathletic golf swing take over. I'm going to demonstrate it. So I'm seeing my target. It's as narrow as possible. I have a tiny little spot on the right side of the fairway. Then I'm going to get over and just hit it. There's no thoughts of doubt about what the plan is. So it started a bit right of where it was intended. Right rough, that should be fine. So back to talking about club selection. I have 128 to the pin here, and it's a front pin. I've got a 9-iron that carries 125. Now, often I would take extra club just because I want to ensure that if I miss it, it's still getting on the green. Typically, a putt is better than being off the green. But I have some course knowledge here. Being long of this pin on this green leaves you a crazy putt. I'd actually rather, if anything, miss a bit short than I'm putting or chipping up a hill there. And now it's nice and easy because I can take a 9-iron, take a nice full swing. If it gets there, great. If it doesn't, totally fine. Well, that wasn't too good. Okay, front left trap. I actually switched to a low bounce 60 degree. I have to get used to what that means in terms of hitting bunker shots. It's about my third shot with this new wedge out of a trap. All right, things to work on. So, like I was mentioning, you don't get mad. You're always learning in this game. We're going to hit a lot of bad shots. Where bad shots get to you is when you let it ruin the next shot. Pretty happy with that. So let's count the bad shots on this hole. The drive was mediocre, the approach was bad, and the bunker shot was bad. So we've hit 2 bad shots. Escaping with just a bogey would feel nice. Okay, so I've got this ball just outside the hole on the left. Okay, just a bogey. Another thing worth talking about is the ranking of holes on the scorecard. So on every scorecard, somewhere there's going to be a line that says handicap, and each hole is rated 1 to 18, which more or less correlates with the ranking of the holes from hardest to easiest. So as a 7 handicap on stroke holes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, my expected score is a bogey. Now obviously we don't want you sort of mentally accepting a bad score when you're on the box, but it's not the worst thing, especially if the hole isn't in reach for you in regulation, to mentally add 1 stroke to the par in your mind, just so you can settle into the fact that bogey's never a bad score. This is stroke hole 3, long dogleg par 4. I'm not stressing. It's a par 5 in my mind. First, I'm just going to hit the best tee shot I can here, picking a target. There's one small bushy tree in the distance. That's the line I'd love this to go on. So I'm going to take dead aim at it mentally, put a carefree swing on it. Okay, so 156 in. My 7-iron is a 155 club, but it's a bit uphill here. And again, the trouble is short with these traps. So I'm going to hit a very smooth 6-iron, a 165 club, aiming just right of the pin, which is middle of the green. Sometimes there's not much to it. Oh. Okay, another bad shot on this hole. But I said on the tee, mentally it's a par 5. Get it on the green, make a putt and escape with the par. If not, 2 putts for bogey, no big deal. Just going to walk up and visualize a landing spot. Yeah, there's a bunch of uphill there, so I want to fly it quite a ways onto the green. Well, that was horribad. I kind of chunked it, but that's okay. Yeah, I really chunked that badly. It took its first bounce over here. Sometimes you hit bad shots and you leave yourself 25, 30 feet for par. Okay, I've got this uphill moving to my right. The important thing on putts like this, obviously you want to commit to a line, but we're really thinking about speed. There's lots of ways to dial in speed. One thing I like to get used to is to picture what would it be like to roll a ball to the hole. And it's kind of that same stroke with the roll that you can actually put on it with the putter. So I've got my line, committed to my speed. Okay, it never really broke. That's okay. Tidy it up and get out of here. Just a bogey. We've played 2 of the 5 hardest holes on the golf course. We're 2 over through 3 holes with 5 terrible swings. That's not bad. We just keep playing golf. This shot doesn't care about everything that's happened to here. So I have 187 to this flag that's a back flag, but we're into a touch of wind. So I think it's going to be smooth swing with the 200 club. Aiming just right of the pin, always aiming from this distance, middle of the green. I towed that. Found the trap. All right. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paces of green before this flag. So I'm very short-sighted. I don't mind being long of that pin. Let's just go steep into the sand, get the ball in the air, and get it on the green. Anywhere on the green is successful by my standards here. Well, that wasn't it. I don't have a ton of green, and it's downhill the second it gets up there. Oh, bad bounce off the fringe. Through the camera. If you want to get an eye for how long putts are, flag is 7 feet. So we've got 14, 15, or 16 feet now for bogey. Some tips about reading putts. You don't want to be stuck on tunnel vision, what's between your ball and the hole. You want to get a sense of where's the high and low point of the green. If water flowed on this green, where is it going to drain? I'm looking up the hill. I see it just outside the hole on the right. Committed to my line. Committed to my speed. Oh! Okay. We tried. Double bogey. What can you do? 433 directly into wind here at stroke hole 1. So again, I'm not trying to claw back because I made a bad score on the last hole. This is still mentally a par 5. Got my target. Just smooth driver swing. Have an angle in. 176 in, front pin into wind. It's going to be a 190 club. The pin's front right. I'm aiming left of it, so middle of the green with the 190 club. Oh, boy, the bad shots continue thus far. So just like the last hole, the thought here is anything on the green is a win. Okay, it's up there. So the uphill is from there to here, so I'm looking at it from down here to get a sense of the break. Yeah, it's going to be swinging pretty hard to my left. Yeah, I've got my spot. Whoa. Okay. That really swung. Okay, a par 5. There's a big dog leg right. I've got my target. Yep, it's on my target line. Should be in a good spot over there. Okay, 272 in, and there's really nothing in the way. So this is a just get it as close as I can with a 3-wood. Yep, it's on a good line. Should be good up there. Well, I've got some work to do, it would seem. That's okay. I've had worse looks at birdie, and it's my first green in regulation today. About 18 feet for birdie. There's a slope here, pushing it to my right. Almost. We've made a par. Life is good. Okay, 155 here. 7-iron is a 155. We might still be a touch into, but it's a back pin. So if this misses a bit short, I'm putting. Don't want to miss long. Not going to take more club. Middle of the green. That wasn't hit too well, but it should be okay. Oh, what a kick. Oh, wow, it's getting closer. A few feet for birdie, I think. Okay, I can't complain with this result on a miss hit. About 10 feet. Yep, it's definitely going to move to my left. The same routine, whether it's an eagle putt or a putt for triple. You read it coming up the hill here. It's going to move just a hair to my left. Not quite. Not quite. Okay. Finally one downwind. Not much to this. Pick a target. It's the palm trees that make a V in the distance. Take a swing. That's a giant miss. Stay. Okay, on the golf course. Big miss. So yeah, it's been a really poor ball striking day, but we're still in it. Making some pars. We're 5 over, a lot of golf left. No worries. I'm just gonna try to bump a 7-iron up there. There's lots of room left of the pin. We need to keep it low. Yeah. Oh, that didn't quite get up there. Huh, okay. So I'm quite surprised this stopped all the way back here. More chances to try out the new gap wedge. All right, a good one finally. Not much to it. Left side of the hole, ram it in. Alrighty. Okay, so I'd say the bad start is officially in the past. This hole typically beats me up. We're gonna start today by hitting a good drive on it. Good swing thought. Easy game. Pick a target. Yay! We have found the middle of the fairway. 125, middle pin. Perfect smooth 9-iron for me. Hit that too smooth. I was thinking might be too much if it carries 125. Bit short. It's okay. Okay, lots of options from here. Everything from putter to 48 to 52 degree. We're going to try the 52 degree because we're still trying to get used to it. Yeah, it's fine. 5 or 6 feet. Let's use that pin trick. 7 feet. Okay, wants to move a hair left. Bingo. Okay, so a front 9 full of some really bad golf, if I'm being perfectly honest, right? What did we do there? You have to count the number of bad shots, but it was a lot. But we parred more than half the holes. Had a stretch of 5 over through 5, and we're 5 over going into the back. I'm at Indian Canyons North. Great golf course. I think it's in fabulous condition, especially it's mid-May. It's May 14th. It's my birthday today. And I'm pretty happy with this place. It's now out of season here because it's so hot. Anyway, back to the golf. Yep. Should be fine. I'd even have a go at this one. I have 222 to the stick. Stick is right over the bunker, so we're not even thinking about it. Let's see what the front of the green is. 200 to the front, 230 to the back. So I think the 3 with the 220 club is the club. Like I said, we're not even going to think about the pin here. There's an opening at the front of the green. That's where we're aiming. Yeah, that should be good. Might be over the back or on the back corner. Okay, so putting for eagle is fun. This is actually exactly pin high. And this is a really tricky putt. For the last 15 feet, it is straight downhill. And I mean straight downhill. From about here on. Let's double check that. Boy, from here it looks uphill the whole way. You gotta trust it looking from beneath the hole. Because the last 15 feet of this putt are downhill no matter how much it doesn't appear that way over the ball. Happy with that. So we just keep playing golf. We were 5 over through 5. We are now 4 over through 10. Good birdie, that was fun. This is another hole that's historically kicked my butt. Let's get one on the fairway. This tee box tends to aim you to the right rough. So I'm gonna look up the left. Yeah, that should be very good. Okay, 115 in, front pin, but we're a bit downwind. So the pitching wedge that carries 110, 115 should be the club. Okay, not when you do that though. Okay, once again, this is bad because we're short-sighted. For the record, I only get these numbers so that you have it in the video. This is not a place where I usually care what the yardage is. Bite. Nope. Well, we'll get there in time. This whole green is sloped back to front. So this is going to want to move a little to my right, but not much. Not quite. Okay. Very tough long hole. They say smooth easy and accept the extra distance. That was hit really poorly. Okay, so 194 in and into, and it's got to move a little left coming around this tree, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, I think that should work. Just on the front. Little uphiller. Not my best work. Still getting used to this 52 degree. Gotta figure out what this putt is doing. Because for the first bit, it was moving one way, but I think now at the hole, it is gonna be coming to my right, camera left. Yes, it is. Let's pick a line and trust it. It is left edge. Pushed it. Ah, bummer. And we've got another par 5. We're gonna go straight down the middle. Or a little left. It's well over 200 to that trap. And there's a dog leg left up there and the green's there, so just trying to advance it around 200 towards the trap. Yeah, pushed it a bit, but it's fine there. No problem there. Okay, 123 to a pin in the back left. The 9-iron carries 125, but we're gonna hit it nice and smooth and a little right of it. That's really good. Okay, I thought this ball was inside 6 feet, but my eyes deceived me. Tough putt. Goes downhill, then uphill. Turn now. Turn in. Turn in. Oh. Nothing wrong with another par. The par 3s here are long. Save for that one on the front, all of them require me pulling a head cover. This is 184. We don't want to miss short right. We want to miss long left. Be good. Yeah, I think it's just on the front. We're thrilled with the outcome, but not the execution, because we missed exactly where we said we didn't want to. I think this is going to be a putt. And what is it doing? As it gets on the green, actually not a whole lot. Mostly just uphill. That is fine. Easy par. My driver miss has been mostly left today, and on left here there's trouble. So we're just going to hit a 3-wood. Yeah. 113 in, bit into, we're just going to go full pitching wedge. Okay, bit pulley, but that's okay. We're putting. Long uphiller here. Okay, 191, back right pin. We're not even thinking about that. Looking at the middle of the green. Carry. Carry. No, in the trap. Okay, so this only needs to get over the lip, and then it should roll all the way down. Huh. Not exactly what I expected on that. Huh, I really thought that would come down here quickly. Yeah, the par 3s have proven to be the toughest holes on this golf course. Okay, this is a downhiller. Swinging to my left, camera right. Got my spot. No, low. Stop. Stop. Okay, another short hole where I'm just going to try to put a 3-wood in play. Got my line. The curved palm tree looking a little right of it. Oh, I hooked it. That's good. That's why we hit 3-wood. That ball, despite being left rough, is fine. Okay, 130 to a front pin. I'm going to hit a 140 club. Real smooth. Pretty good. I think it's really good. Doesn't get a whole lot better than this. Muck on my ball that I'm going to remove. Then we're going to try to make a birdie. It's actually a sneaky little putt. Got quite a bit of right movement in it. Do I have to give up the hole? No. Left edge nice and firm. Let's go. Couple of birds today. Erasing some damage. Okay, one more hole that has given me fits over the years. But not today. Aiming at the pink bushes. Perfect. Hope that's not through the fairway. Okay, so it's only 225 to the flag, but there's water everywhere. So we're going to go pitching wedge, pitching wedge. Make this an easy game. That's pitching wedge number 1. So we got 119 and a little induce, so we're going to go 9-iron. Bunted it too much. It's a bit short. It's okay. Finishing just in time. It's getting a little windy. This is uphill all the way. Moving to my left. Never really moved. One more testy putt to end the day as the wind comes. Center right. Bingo.
And there you have it. As 78s go, that wasn't the prettiest one. A whole lot of bad shots and only 6 greens in regulation. But 5 scrambles, a couple of birdies, and most importantly, a calm mindset enabled a score that was better than the sum of its parts. I hope this is useful in demonstrating that mediocre golf doesn't need to produce mediocre scores or worse. Until next time.